trouble, but anyway, here we are. Oh, happy afternoon, Friday. Let's see here. Um, I have this HP here. Ooh, that's a nice image. My hand is a nice high res, nicely lit. Look at that. Woohoo! Fancy. Anyway, I'm doing a traditional SATA drive replacement. This is an Evo 7. I'm sorry, an Evo 870, 1 TB drive. It's going in this mechanically driven HP. So I've already taken this thing apart mainly because I needed to make sure it only took an SSD. I'm sorry, in a SATA drive. Because often a lot of these more modern machines will take both a SATA and or an M2. And an M2 is a faster drive, so if I have that option, I'm likely going to spend that extra 20 or 30% on an M2 drive rather than even a SATA 6 drive is not as fast as a lot slower than an M2. So anyway, I've already taken out the screws for this particular machine. It's kind of a tank, a bigger machine here. I'm just going to open this up. It's going to be a fairly straightforward install. I clicked it all back together. Come on. Hold on. Doesn't want to come off. Not as there we go. So yeah, I knew I was going to be back in here as soon as the drive showed up in the mail. Dropping stuff here. All right, there we go. So there is our traditional mechanical drive. All I'm going to do is Windows 10 install. I can tell you right now, because it has a SATA drive, it's probably too old. There's no M2 chip that'll take Windows 11. So, here we are. Of course, when you work, you're going to want to undo the battery. Can you see that? Nope, you can't. Hold on. There you go. Oh, there we go. Right here. So, it's good practice to unplug the battery. For here, it's going to be right there. All right. So, and then we can, of course, opposite side of the machine. There. Okay, so that's it. So now this particular HP has its own little ribbon adapter. I'm going to make a basic honest attempt at getting data off of this machine. This customer brought the machine and it actually fired up. That's a half joke, right? You bring it to the mechanic and it works. That's literally what happened in this case. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take our Evo 870 1 TB drive and I am going to install that little adapter. And it looks like this particular machine has a little rubber foot that goes all the way around it. So it's form fitted. There we go. All right. All right. All right, let's see here. There. All right. That was annoying. This HP foot or rubber grommet that goes all the way around. It's a little. There. Nice. All right. That's pretty much it. This repair is fairly straightforward. You've seen me install Windows 10 and 11 very often, many times so far. But I'll tell you, I'll label the video exactly what this hardware is. It is an older machine at this point. No M2 available. But, of course, it can take an SSD. So, it's physically installed. Now I'm simply going to screw it tight. And this is one of those pet peeves. I think this is worth mentioning. A lot of manufacturers like ASUS and HP, they like to hide screws under rubber feet. So one of the things I'm going to have to do is glue the feet back on to this long stretch. This used to be one long rubber foot. That's what this track work is. That's really annoying. So that's just my bitching and moaning for the day. But anyway, so now I've clipped it all back together. What is this thing? It's a big monster of a, I think it's a 17-inch HP something. Let's see. This is an HP. What is this? HP NV. I don't have the part number. I'll have to look at that part number later. So, I got the power for this machine right here. And of course, yes, I do remember he didn't have his tri-plug here. Oh wow, I like the light. I'm getting better at this. Alright, now I gotta find another one of those. Here, we'll take this one. There we are. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I put the wrong one down. Alright. Yes, so annoying. Undoing cables, it's always fun. There. Okay. So we're going to plug this in. Notice I fixed the chirping from yesterday. That was annoying. It's not fixed, but I'm plugging stuff into a different battery backup. Alright, so we're going to plug this machine in. And it looks like it plugs on the right side. Alright. So, basically it manifested its behavior as very slow. So, alright, let's see here. Man, the dirt this camera picks up you can barely see in person. It's funny how that works. Alright. Lovely. And then of course, when I'm done finishing installing Windows 10, I'm going to make an honest attempt at getting data off of the original drive. So there we are. Okay, so I've already made a copy of Windows 11. That's on one of these. Now I'm just going to plug it in, and because this machine has an empty drive in it, it's going to default to the external boot. Let's see here. There we are. See, there's our external boot. We got Windows 10 on there. I'm going to turn it on. And we're just going to install Windows 10. Blank screen for a good 10 to 20 seconds is a normal delay. If you've never been here before, my name is Chris. I only go live. If you want a conversation, give me a call at 855-434-8787. Show up in the YouTube chat. If you're not in the United States, you can find me on Facebook Messenger. You can call me live there. South Bay Tech Gurus. So there we are. Alright, so the CMOS checksum is invalid. The CMOS will be okay, it sounds like he's got a CMOS battery that he needs. Please check your BIOS. So, it's an older machine. The battery, he didn't say he wanted a new battery. So, I'm going to get Windows up and running, and then if he wants to deal with replacing the CMOS battery, you know what, I'll probably do that anyway, because that's a $2 fix. I won't even tell the customer, well, I'll tell them I did it, but there we are. Okay, there's our HP logo. But yeah, the CMOS battery seems to be dead here. Alright. So this delay is still normal. I can see the LED light read writing to the memory stick, and there we go. There's our copy of Windows. Let's see if we can fix this exposure to be a little bit more legible, just so you can tell what I'm looking at. Okay, next. All right. Starting. Setup is starting. This is normal latency. You're watching me install Windows 11 live. 10 live. I only do 10 when I need to. I'm kind of quick to getting my customers up on 11. Officially, Windows 10 is supported for another few years. There's our terabyte drive. For those less savvy, losing 70 gigs to a terabyte drive is normal behavior. Next. Okay, there we are. So this is straightforward. An SSD in this environment is going to be at least twice as fast. All right. So this is a straightforward setup. I got his pile of screws to lock it up on the other shelf where it was sitting. And that's pretty much all I'm offering today. That looks cool. All right. 30%, 31%. I kind of wonder where the bottleneck is on this machine now that we've gone with an SSD. Obviously, a mechanical drive is the slowest part of a computer. So once you go with even a slower SSD, you got other parts of the computer you can worry about. But I don't think it's any longer the hard drive, especially on an older machine. Obviously, you're going to have variable results on an old computer, but yeah, you can take a modern 2.5-inch SSD and install it on a 12-year-old computer if you really wanted to. Let's see here, 70%, 69%, whatever. All right. Let's see here. It looks like my friend Shane found me a shortcut for getting Windows Home. Okay. Yeah, I think the reference. So if you watch yesterday's video, you'll see that we were talking about installing Windows 11. If you install Windows Home, you're supposed to you're supposed to have to use the Microsoft account. But as you'll see on that last video, if you click, if you give it a temporary Ethernet connection when you're starting up, when you do the installation, and it goes to create that first login account, give it an internet connection for 10 or 20 seconds. And then you can take it away and it'll continue with the local account. I think I'm going to respond to Shane here. So he gave me instructions on how to continue, but I think the instructions are basically assuming the Pro version. So yeah, what I think I found, you'll see on the other video, the one I did yesterday, that's how you can get Windows Home installed without a Microsoft account. All right, 94%. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? 94%. Oh, you know what? I think I have to start over. Dude, I forgot. I think I gotta throw this out. I think this is the bad memory stick. Yeah. I found this out the hard way. This is a bad memory stick. So it's actually cool that this happened live because you get to see the trials and tribulations of when things go bad. So basically, this is a very high use memory stick. I wouldn't be surprised if it's been through the laundry once or twice. But anyway, it's stuck at 94. I happen to know this memory stick. It's not going to progress beyond this 94. So, I happen to have another one here. I don't know if this is going to work. I happen to know that this other one here, that's basically identical, also has 10. Let's just for giggles plug this in and see if it picks up off the old one. Ah, there we are. Nope, that didn't work. All right, Windows cannot install required files. Make sure all is okay, good. Okay, so you can't just swap out the memory stick. That didn't work. So it's not a big deal. So I'm going to force it off. For most computers, you hold the power button for several seconds, it forces it off. So I'm going to turn it on again. And for an HP, where is our boot key? It's one of the top. There we are, F9. F9 to change boot order. There we are. Let's see here. All right, so for this HP, you can't quite see. So we have to do this again from another memory stick. I'm going to throw this one out. Please remind me to throw this out. Can you see on the camera? Not quite. There we are. USB hard drive. UEFI edition. There we go. So now we're going to boot off of the other memory stick. And I am going to throw this stick out. All right. All right, so let's start over. I just threw it in the trash, so I'm forced not to use that stick again. Because even if I just tried to re-image it, I don't want to rely on unreliable hardware. Alright, so there we are. What you're looking at is a Windows 10 install. If you've never been here before, I am a real-life IT tech for watching me live. Alright, delete the prior partitions. Alright, delete, delete, delete. Okay. Now we're going to try this again with a more reliable copy of Windows, which reminds me, I ought to buy another bundle pack of these 8 gig sticks. There we go. It's going to progress through the entire 100%. There we go. All right. Borrowed. How do you spell borrowed? Borrowed. All right. 95%. Oh yeah, that's even faster. 97%, 98%. This is real live, unedited. Don't have time to edit. I just figured this would be a fun offering if you want to call me live, 855-434-8787. There we are. I was supposed to be here at 10 a.m., but I had car trouble. I lent my car to Tom, and he said that the Samurai was making noises. What he didn't tell me is it was making really obnoxious noises, and it wouldn't stay in gear. So I had to tell it. Yeah, I lent it to a friend. He says, yeah, I think you need to address something in the car. Yeah, like clunk, 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 clunk. So, anyway, that's why I was distracted from showing up on time at 10 this morning. So here we are. First world problems, I suppose, when you have another car. More than one. It's also nice to have more than one computer. I tell a lot of my professionals to make sure they have a second computer laying around. And you don't want to lose a day's pay because you don't have your machine. Have a $400 or $500 computer laying around. All right, we're almost there. My goodness, this camera picks up all the dirt. It's not nearly as bad in person. Woo! All right. Yeah. My name is Chris. If you've never been here before, you've stumbled across South Bay Tech Guru. 855-434-8787. I'm normally here 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 a.m. If I'm not here, I'm usually getting paid to do a house call. But I do have a shop here in Manhattan Beach at 350 North Sepulveda. Give me that phone call. Show up first, and you might show up to a locked door. Call first. Find out where I am, and I'll make myself available. All right, there we are. Okay, here we go. Blank screen, drum roll, restart. That's the other deal. I have to deal with the FedEx guy or the UPS guy showing up when I'm not here. I've basically been here at the property all day long expecting a delivery I finally got, but it was a day late because I wasn't here to collect it and I was only gone for 5 minutes. So frustrating. Here we are. There we are.
I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do.
There we are.
Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
I can't just tell you to stay
You need
quiet.
an assistive screen reader. Press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time.
Oh,
to
come
turn
on.
the narrator.
Stop.
Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in. Your region is set to the United States.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Your keyboard is. Do you
No.
also type with a.
No, I don't type with a second keyboard.
Now let's get you connected to a network.
All right. No internet for now.
Just so you know, connecting to.
Okay. No. It was trying to get us on the
Tell what you want to name your account.
Microsoft account. Okay, so this this customer's name is Robert. There we are. If he wants to do an online account later, that's fine.
Okay, now
There.
these are the settings.
Good.
Hey, look, that's me, Cortana.
There we are. So, I basically installed
All set
Windows on a
now.
replacement
Just need to get a
SSD.
few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
There we are. We're getting everything ready for you. Nice. This might take several minutes. All right. As soon as this finishes, I'm going to take off, but I figured I'd make myself known for the day. I try to stick with that 3-day schedule. Even if I can't stick with the same 10 a.m., yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. This might take several minutes. Do not turn off your PC. This is plugged in, so I'm not sure how healthy his battery is. He didn't tell me if it was a dead battery. That's an 8th gen Core i7. We'll figure out how much RAM it had. Probably has at least 8 gig because it installed Windows pretty quick. Almost there. Oh, right. Now I have to. There we go. Right. Okay, so the only thing I need to do now is. For this HP, by the way, it was F9 that got me the boot from the USB stick. If you install a blank hard drive and you don't hit the F key, then it doesn't matter. It's going to find the boot key eventually. But if you have something bootable on the internal drive, then you're going to have to find the boot key. For this particular HP, it was F9. So now that Windows is completely installed, minus its updates, you know what I'm going to do is make an honest attempt at getting data. What I mean by honest attempt means I don't jump through hoops to do data recovery. So I simply use this SATA to USB adapter. And then, of course, it has USB A or 3.0 on this side. Very convenient for a laptop hard drive. For a desktop 3.5-inch drive, you need added power, so you use a toaster. Alright, so actually, before I start transferring data, just in case the USB 3 drivers aren't totally in yet, I am going to... Oh, let's HP it up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you know, how old is this thing? It has USB-C. Huh. So it's got USB-C, but it's got no M2. So it's one of those transition models. It's got old technology and the new. Alright, so I'm going to, before I start transferring data, here's all the updates. Alright. Oh, of course, I have to get it online first. You know what I think I want is, I want to do Ethernet. So, I don't want to do Wi-Fi now. I want to see if it's faster this way. Okay. Good. Now we're online. Yes, all I did was plug it in. Does this thing have Ethernet? Yeah, it has traditional Ethernet. It is a tank of a computer. Alright. And there we go. Oh, that was a glitch. We couldn't install updates because there's a problem with the date and time. Oh, that's right, because of the battery time issue. Oh, right, look at that. Okay, so here's something to watch. This is the fun part about doing this live. So the updates aren't going to work. And you know why they're not going to work? Is because the CMOS battery died, which means the date is out of date. So, if you look closely, as of this filming, let's see if I can get a good example here. There is your date and time. It is not December 6, 2019. It is May 2012. I'm sorry, no. May 12, 2022. Thank you very much. Dude, being dyslexic is a challenge. Alright, so, oh, look at that. It looks like while we were looking at it, the date fixed itself. So now the updates are working. Look at that. There we are. 5/12/22. Well, that's interesting. So the date was actually able to fix itself because it was connected to the internet, but the internet wasn't 100% reliable because the update needed a more accurate timestamp in the calendar or whatever, the date part, the time and date part of the Windows. Now that that's up to date, now the updates are working. I like how I caught that live. There we go. So now we sit here for 20 minutes, maybe 30. Maybe restart this thing 2 or 3 times, because you're only going to get most of the updates done the first and second time. And you get cumulative updates and preliminary updates, prerequisite updates, and ultimately you finally get done after you restart 3 or 4 times. Windows 10 at this point is 6-7 years old. Yeah. Now, Windows gets updates every 6 months, so I redo these images so that they don't have 6 years of updates to do. And some of the oldest versions of 10 probably don't even know how to install on some of the latest and greatest hardware. So there we go. That's pretty much all I have to show you today, but I think this was a productive video. If you've never been here before, give me a call at 855-434-8787 and you can chat live. And if I can fix your problem in 5 or 10 minutes, you give me content and I give you a free fix. If you show up, I'm going to charge you. All right, that's it. I don't have anything else to offer. Let's see here. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Come on. Okay, I'm going to take off. I don't have anything else to show you. It's other than just staring at the screen while these updates happen. I do charge for house calls. I do charge if you come to me. But if you can give me that phone call, I'll see if I can help you out for free. Show up live at 10 a.m.-ish. If I'm not there, you can call me at any time. I will answer. And if I don't answer, just leave that message. 855-434-8787. Thanks. Alrighty. There we go. Which